I'm just reading nonsense.
Sweet. Any questions before we get going?
None here.
Does
Well,
Lairdrin have to see the full body to be able to copy it later on in his lifetime?
I do have a question. How large are
Okay.
these? How large are these talons? Okay.
I think you're asleep.
I am not asleep. I tranced.
Nah, he's not transfers.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did wake up at the tail end. They look normal size for an owl.
Okay. That was my only question.
Okay. Let's get going. Are you streaming, Ellie?
Yes, I am. You are good to go.
So just a little refresher on the last session. You were at Karsten's quarry, where you met up with Abigail again. She had a couple of companions with her that time. Alani sent her on her way once again, and you destroyed the other two werewolves, and then walked for an hour or so, then set up camp for the night. Got going the next morning. And oh yeah, I forgot the little raven outside as well, carrying a message for Sajath. And then Sajath wrote a note back. Next morning, you got a hawk, I believe, and sent a message off to Pist, informing Alen of what happened down in the quarry and also what you observed regarding the destruction of Palebank Village on the map, the magic map that you have. You hiked south along the faint path through the mountains and eventually came to a gap in the path, a big wide gap with a bunch of spiders at the bottom, and you decided to avoid that and go down the mountainside. Oh, and then you also fought some basilisks before that point, and set up camp once you got down to the valley below. Lairdrin took the first watch, but slipped into a trance after everyone else had fallen asleep. When he came out of the trance, he found himself unable to see beyond the dome. A dense fog had apparently rolled in. All was completely quiet, but for the sounds of Alani, Aiden, and Sajath breathing, and then Alani woke up. An owl hooted nearby. There was a slight rush of wind. The fog around the dome swirled, and a pair of taloned feet landed on the dome. Another swirl of fog in the face of an owl. Something just happened. Oh. That happened. My screen froze for a second. Sorry. Yeah, face of an owl pressed up against the dome. Its eyes darted around momentarily before the head disappeared back into the fog. And that is where we left off. So Lairdrin and Alani being the two people awake right now. What's going through your minds?
Alani's just gonna stay quiet and watch what's happening. She's freaked out a little bit by how foggy it is.
The talons shift a couple of times on top of the dome.
You said the face of the owl peeked at us. Was it normal, size and everything?
Yeah, looked pretty normal.
It's a normal owl, huh?
After a moment, this owl relieves itself.
Ew.
On the dome?
Well, since poop is not a creature or a discrete object, it passes through the dome.
Hey man, it could have bacteria and worms in it. Sorry. Roll a d4. Who lands on?
That's a good thing. It's better than the dex save that I was going for.
It's funny. Just making a guarantee, dude.
There it is. Layerdrin.
Yeah, fuck you.
Look, I was just hoping it was me, dude.
Can we see or hear anything?
You can just see the only thing that you're able to perceive outside of the dome are this owl's feet.
So nothing past the feet?
Yeah, the fog is pretty thick and obscures it.
What happened with the other thing we heard? Did we hear another one, or was it just the one that we heard?
Just the one. And after a moment, it takes off. The fog swirls around the dome again. And now it's just thick fog.
Pretty foggy.
Can I, like, see if I hear anything?
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
It's pretty bad. 12.
It is super quiet.
You said there were no, like, insects chirping and stuff like that? It's just, like, crazy quiet?
Yep.
Unnaturally quiet?
Yeah, definitely feels that way.
Okay, I'm gonna just, wait. See if anything happens.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Probably about 10 minutes or so goes by, and the owl seems to return. Swirl a fog again atop the dome. Feet land. And then another pair of feet. And another. And then they all relieve themselves.
What the fuck?
They fly away. Some more seem to land.
Should we wake them
And
up?
also poop.
Oh my god!
They're fucking moving away from them every time.
Have you guys played Castle Crashers?
Yes.
I don't think so.
I think I would try and, cover Jeff so that he's not getting pooped on.
I gotta roll something here. Roll twice. Okay, luckily these do not seem to hit anybody. Yeah. But this kind of continues for a few minutes. It seems like there's quite a few winged creatures When the fog kind of swirls around as each one takes off and lands, you can pretty well make out that they all seem to be owls. But that goes on for a few minutes. Just small groups of owls kind of taking their turns, popping a squat on the dome.
What the fuck?
Something's definitely going on. It's unnaturally quiet, and a flock of owls is choosing to shit on it. So,
If only we could talk to him.
If you guys wait it out, they do eventually just all seem to fly away.
Yeah.
At least you wait for another 5 or 10 minutes, and
I would definitely
more
be waiting it
activity.
out.
As you're waiting that out, the two of you notice small, subtle swirls in the fog. A little bit different from what you saw when the owls would land and take off on the dome. That seemed kind of larger and sort of more of a natural movement. These swirls are different. They don't quite seem like they have a natural origin. And they only last for a few moments at a time. But you see them in different points on the dome's edge. And they all seem similar. Like, they kind of take the same swirling pattern and then just kind of slowly dissipate away again.
So it's like going from one side of the dome to the other with the pattern of swirly weirdness.
It's not really following a pattern in terms of where these are appearing on the dome's edge. That seems kind of random, but they do kind of seem to show up in all of these different places. Both of you make perception checks, please. Ooh. So you both also notice that it seems as if this fog gets ever so slightly denser and then less dense and then denser and then less dense, almost rhythmically.
I am going to wake Sajath up and then wake up Aiden. Because this has been going on for like 20 minutes now, right? Something like that?
Yeah, that's about how long you've been awake, I think.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna wake both of them up. And quietly let them know what's going on. I'll say...
Esmeralda quit it. Daddy's trying to sleep. And Aiden will kind of just turn back around and go back to sleep.
Okay. I'll leave him asleep for now. I will wake up Sajath, though. And I'll say, something weird is going on, Sajath.
Am I able to pick up what they're saying and notice the same disruptions as well?
Yeah. They pointed out to you, and you definitely, the swirls are pretty easy to see. Very easy to see, pretty obvious. The kind of rhythmic breathing of this fog is more difficult to see, but once they point it out to you, yeah, you can notice it.
Okay. As a precaution, so Jeff will touch himself and cast Mage Armor.
When think about you.
I
And
touch
then-
myself.
I'll use the single charge to quick cast a ritual to cast where is it? Detect magic.
You get the pings from your magic items. But nothing else. You also... What's detect magic? Detect magic.
There you go.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. You don't sense anything. And I have a question about whether or not your sensing would extend beyond the dome with this.
Well, it's blocked by the last sentence. But then the dome has its own wording.
Yeah, it's just magical effects can't extend. I'll say you'd be able to sense it under normal circumstance. You'd be able to sense beyond the dome with this under any circumstance. And even with that, you don't sense anything magical?
I just got disconnected. That's weird.
Foundry hates you.
Apparently.
That's fair. I mean, I don't know any more than what you guys probably have been able to find out.
There were groups of owls that were landing on the dome earlier as well, and they kept coming and going, and each time they left us a little present. And I point that out on the floor.
As you're talking, you see the fog recede slightly away from the dome. And you can tell this because the ground around the dome, out to 3 or 4 inches, you can clearly see now. There's faint wisps of fog that linger in the space between the dome and this sort of fog wall. And you see it grow a bit more fairly quickly. And it kind of remains stationary, and then it shrinks back down. And then it grows again.
Wait, like the wisps of fog are doing that?
No, just the fog itself.
Oh, okay.
There's a space that's created around your dome, in the shape of the dome. And it
Okay.
comes close again, goes out again.
Is it like... If this is a reach, I can roll for an epic, but is the fog telling us to get rid of the dome?
Make an Arcana or History check.
Not bad. Dirty 20.
You recall stories, and legends mostly, of ancient semi-corporeal entities that roam the plains. Some are hostile, others are passive and don't interact with anything at all, and others are said to be curious. To be met by one of these entities is said to denote that gods have interest in you, and this kind of seems like it could be something like that.
Okay, so Jaff will say, hear me out. Well, I have no concrete proof because this has never happened to me before. But I think it wants to see or meet us, whatever this is.
Well, let's at least get Aiden up first. Aiden, wake up!
Oh, what? Fuck. Oh, hey, Alani.
Hey, Aiden,
You know what I was thinking?
stop. Something weird is happening.
I was thinking about, because I've been cursing so much, maybe I should set up like a swear jar. Is that a good idea?
I don't think so. Because something really fucking weird is happening right now.
Also, point of order, sorry, really quick. Do you guys have light up at all?
Nope.
Okay, so Jath, you're blind.
I mean, am I blind, or can I just click on the my super nifty Googles?
Ah, you have the goggles.
The Googles.
I like how you were about to say how I
Yes. Shit,
Yeah,
I totally forgot about those.
As a point of order, whenever he cast the detect magic, he would have clicked those on,
Right.
just
Cool.
for flavor.
Good.
Anyways, so Jeff will say, definitely don't let our guards down, but keep it cool. Because I am getting a good vibe, but we've been having a couple of bad nights before, so just be ready.
Alani will walk over to you and grab your arm and just hold on to you, but while you take down the dome, I'm guessing.
I mean, if nobody has anything else to say, so Jeff will snap his fingers, and the dome will start dissolving into nothing.
Okay. The dome dissolves. The fog that was held back now begins to surround each of you. As you breathe, the fog hits your lungs. It's cold, but strangely dry, and each of you begins to hear cacophonous whispers in your head. Seems like hundreds, thousands of voices. Though it's not enough to completely take over your senses. It's sort of like a background noise. Around each of you, space clears out. Space free of the fog. And one by one, you see swirls of fog come into this space and start to slowly take on a humanoid form in front of each of you. And it shifts and changes a bit. But then, after a while, you can tell that the fog is taking the shape of each of you. And each of you has a figure of fog in your shape standing in front of you.
I've definitely had this dream before.
Can I, reach out and try and touch it?
Yes, you can. And as you reach your hand out, your fog form mirrors you.
Ooh.
And reaches its hand out to yours.
What is this?
Is that a good idea?
I don't know. What?
Good idea. I don't know.
I'm gonna slowly touch the fingertips of my duplicate. Like, just to test.
Yep. You touch the fingertips. You see a slight disruption in the fog. Like, it swirls around, but you don't really feel anything.
So it's like not corporeal, it's just like a...
It's like fog.
Yeah.
Aiden's gonna cast Detect Evil and Good.
You do not. One second.
Good, checking the stat table to see what they are.
You get a sense that this creature, if it's a creature, this phenomenon shares some of the properties of aberrations, but it doesn't quite strike you as an aberration, but perhaps something similar, if only a little bit so.
Aberrations is such a broad term as well. Could literally be anything not from here.
Alani says a little louder and clearer, "Can you communicate?"
Yeah, just really quick, Aiden, as you were casting that spell, since it is verbal and somatic, you saw your fog form trying to mirror the motions that you were making with your hands, and all of you kind of hear this it's like an echo, an airy echo of the words that Aiden was saying as he cast the spell. Alani, what did you say?
I said, "Can you communicate?"
You communicate. You get a sense in your mind of kind of happiness and joy, maybe curiosity.
Okay. Alani will take out her lute and just start, like, singing something. Just nothing, just nonsense, you know? Just something.
Aiden will take a few steps back.
Okay. You take a few steps back. The space between you and your fog form, Aiden, remains the same. And Alani, as you begin to play a song on your lute, you see the fog form kind of struggle for a moment to kind of form what appears to be a lute in its hands. And again, you all hear this sort of wispy echo of the words that Alani is speaking, and also notes.
It's
mirroring
replicating the
what
sound.
Alani
Oh
is
boy.
saying. And Alani, you get the sense that feeling that you felt before of joy and curiosity and happiness kind of grows.
Okay.
Make it a happy song.
Guys, I think it likes it! just strumming on the lute and singing a little bit.
In your head, Alani. I think it likes it.
That's creepy. Okay. It was in my head after the echo?
Yes, in your head.
Okay.
I think Aiden's actually, if not already, bordering on actually being feared, like afraid of this thing, because he couldn't detect what it was, and I guess if he's feeling it's sort of aberration, that's just even worse for him, because he just has absolutely no fucking idea what it is. So Aiden will say, I think we should run, everyone, and he'll just start backing up a little bit again.
And you
Aiden,
get a sense
it's not
extending
hurting
from your lungs into your mind, almost a sense of sadness, maybe a little bit of fear mixed in with there as well. It's hard to tell if this is coming from you, if it's coming from this cloud. Are you experiencing something weird? Is it reflecting your energy back to you? It's a little bit of confusion.
The Jaff will respond to Aiden. So, Sarge, if this wanted us dead, we'd be already fighting. Just keep your
Jeff,
cool.
you hear in your head, not dead.
I'm trying to help you out here. You don't have to make it vague about it.
I think I would rather be fighting than whatever the fuck this is.
It's not hurting us, Aiden.
Aiden's gonna keep backing out.
I understand. All of you here in your head. Do you understand me?
Yes? Did you guys hear that?
Yeah. It was a singular voice this time instead of a cacophony.
Hello.
Hello. How can we help you?
You already have. It's nice to meet you.
What can we call you?
I have no name.
A description?
The one who wanders.
Okay.
Never have I met creatures like you before.
How
That
did we
sounds-
help you?
By saying hi.
Okay.
I wander here and there, encountering new and interesting things. You are new to me. I have seen those like you before. Oh, I forgot. I believe it's been a long time since I was here.
Here, as in right here?
Or here as in this plane?
On this plane.
Where did you encounter others like us?
I am unsure. All over. I'm not sure where I am right now. It matters not. I have wandered for eons. I have met many creatures, seen many things.
Why do you wander?
It is my nature. The four figures of fog in front of you each sit down, cross-legged.
I'll copy with what mine's doing.
Yeah. I'll sit as well.
So many stories, so much history. But I always like discovering new things as well.
What is one of your favorite things that you've discovered?
The vision from the heights of Mount Celestia.
Is that the realm of the gods? That's the realm of the gods, right? I'm not crazy?
It's one of them.
Okay. A vision in Mount Celestia? That's the realm of the gods. One of them.
Indeed. But this plane has stories too.
Would you care to tell one, or would you like one from us?
Probably both. Is there anything you would like to hear about?
Guys, do you have anything you want to hear about?
I'm still trying to grasp the situation, so
Yeah.
Aiden, are you okay?
Aiden's probably about close to 30 feet back, I would say, at this point. And he's kind of just stood still. And he's kind of just shaking his head. But he doesn't say anything.
The rest of you probably can't see Aiden if you're that far away.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll go first, I guess. You just mentioned Mount Celestia. Isn't that the same plane where Bahamut makes his residence?
Mm. Making me check all my notes.
He gave us a really foggy encounter.
Yes, that is correct. He is bound there, though. It was not that way before. He and the other gods were able to roam the plains freely as I do.
How is it that you're able to do that? Are you still able to go to the realm of the gods?
I go wherever the winds take me, natural or otherwise.
Is there anything you could tell me about Saluna or Elistrai?
Saloon, the goddess of the moon. I don't believe I've encountered her. But Elistrai. Elistrai is bound to Arvindor on the plain of Arborea. Bonk.
Arborea?
Yeah.
Okay.
She is there, separated from her father. On the same plane, but thousands of miles away from each other.
How long have you existed like this?
Too many thousands of years to remember.
What's your favorite kind of story so that we know what to give back?
I'm not sure I have a favorite. Stories of mortals, stories of gods, demigods, they all interest me equally. It's the discovery of something new that I enjoy.
Well, how's about how we as a group met? Would that interest you?
You feel a happy emotion inside of you, Alani.
She will describe how we all met in Palebank and came together to discover the clues about the frigid woe and about how we sailed north and went to I can't
Mhm.
remember the name of the place, but we went up there and we.
Serenia.
Yeah, thank you, Serenia. We went to Serenia and we traveled north through all the cold, and we had to go down in the temple thingy or whatever. Was it lab? It was the lab. And then we found the cure and saved our friends and saved the people back in Pale Bank, and then we traveled back.
So,
Burger Roman.
as you start to say this, tell this story, a wider area around you all clears out of fog, so you're all able to see each other. And as Alani tells this story, Alani, it's really uncanny to you, but you see the fog kind of along the ground sort of take the shape of and mirror like places that she's describing,
Ooh.
as if the fog is pulling this straight from your brain, Alani.
Ooh.
And so you get these landscapes, you get these the villages,
The
wherever you
remoras,
say
the
you were,
birdie.
all of that, the creatures. And as you're telling the story, it's sort of like this 3D animation in fog
Ooh, that's cool.
of those things happening as it kind of shifts around. Sometimes it seems to stumble and falter a little bit, like on some of the details or whatever, but yeah, for the most part, it's just kind of this swirling fog theater around you
Ooh, that's
as you
really
tell
cool.
this story.
And that's how we met.
That was a wonderful story. Thank you. Thank you very much. It is interesting to know the fate of Bergeron. It seems they did not survive.
Oh, do you... Hold on, me as a player forgets this. I want to ask about, the ancient civilization up north that, like, got broken or demolished or whatever, that we saw the ship of or whatever, and Sajath knew the name of the place. That's the thing I want to ask about.
Oh, wow, you're gonna have to be more specific.
I know. I have to find it in the notes. Okay, remember when Chloe had that little amulet thingy? Or the little coin or whatever? That civilization. That's what I'm asking about.
Ah, okay.
What session was that? Jesus Christ.
The sailing ship. That's what you're referring to.
Yes.
Hmm.
The one that was flowers throwing into the water. Hold on, I'm still trying to find it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know the name.
Yeah, I want to
Thank
ask
you.
about that.
We're able to conjure up that symbol in your mind. The ancient kingdom of Stygia,
Yes.
or principality of Stygia.
I would like to know more about them.
A small civilization. It survived the Sundering. Almost wholly intact. But then in the centuries following the Sundering, it began to decay and decline. And as Zarzith Kittrell rose in power,
Zarzith Kittrell?
Zarzith Kittrell,
Okay.
It drew most of the inhabitants of Stygia away. The dreams of a better life, more opportunities. The population dwindled on its small isle. The buildings fell into decay. And finally, its last king died.
What do you know of the significance of the flowers?
I have no information about that, no.
Okay. Anyone else have anything to ask? Or tell? The one who wanders?
Do you have any information on current events? Anything? Do you know anything about what happened at Pale Bay?
You get this kind of sense of confusion in your mind, Laerdrin. I don't believe I know that place. I think I only recently came back to this plane. Maybe just now. It has been some time since I was here last.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
What about your situation, though, Elartrin? Whenever your eyes lit up, you might know something about that.
Yeah, we're pretty nearby. There seemed to be almost like focal points around the land where we've traveled so far, at least, where my eyes seem to glow green. Do you know anything about what would cause that?
Perhaps the spirits of the dead reincarnated as living. They cause your eyes to glow. It would seem there would be a connection to you, personally.
Oh. Thank you.
Which deity is referred to as the Dark Lady by us mortals?
The Dark Lady is one of many titles for Tiamat. A most foul god.
Was she ever not?
I'm not sure. Says the
If you
DM.
if you the DM is not sure, I can tell you that they were. But it was the difference on execution that drove Bahamut and Tiamat apart.
Cool.
I do have another question. Have the gods themselves been known to make appearances in this plane? Because I Strike kind of. She'll describe the little girl drawing with the blue dust.
Mm-hmm. Influence, possession, these are the tools of the gods now. Ever since the Sundering, they were barred from the material plane. They are unable to come back.
Aiden, are you okay?
I'm still not, still quite not sure if we're even awake, to be
Maybe not,
honest.
but what the hell, right?
Yeah, what the hell? And he's kind of just, still incredulous and kind of standing where he was. He has a sword out, but his sword's kind of like he's using it kind of like a cane, like in the ground, and he's leaning on it a little bit.
Do you want to ask about the Raven Queen?
I don't. What do I even ask?
I don't know what she wants from you. If it might know. I mean, that's just one thing you could ask.
Aiden kind of just stands there silently.
Okay. I have one last question. Why were there so many owls landing on the dome? Was that you?
No. Perhaps they were curious like I was.
Not the DM trying to call our attention. I have a story to relay since you want to answer some of my questions. As Jeff will start telling a story about his childhood, where the context that is given is that he did something that did not make his parents happy. So it was the mother and the father showing him out. Until the father at a later point comes down and kneels in front of him and tells him, well, it's... And this is sort of Jeff paints the context where it's... Because in his household, Tiamat is seen a little bit differently. So he tried to confront somebody about it. Obviously, he got, properly not treated good. Because depending on who you talk to in his house, it could be bad. It could be bad. So the father kneels in front of him and he tells him that the gods are static for a reason. But at the end of the day, the interpretation is what matters. There is a definite place to follow the dogma of each. It's about striking balance. That's the important part, not to let yourself be lost either side, because they're both right and wrong for the same reasons. And that's where the story ends.
And again, as Sajath was telling the story, the fog was doing its best to keep up and show some sort of visual for what was going through Sajath's mind. Thank you for the stories. Thank you for opening up to me.
Stories
you.
and what's in my head is the only way I keep them alive. So maybe one more creature doing the same would help my mortality. So
Thank you for sharing some of your wisdom with us.
I shall leave you to rest. I apologize if some of my whispers linger in your ears.
Spooky, but okay.
And not so slowly, the fog dissipates and seems to move away through the trees and out. The sounds of the forest return. And everything seems normal again.
Well, that was certainly strange.
Jeff falls on his back, takes a deep breath. Aiden, next time if that happens, can you drag me along? Because I should have. Because now I have to deal with my own memories trying to go back to sleep.
Aiden will pick up his sword and sheath it. I don't even know how you guys were talking.
Aiden, you know me by now. I'm a lot of words kind of guy. I talk when I'm scared. I talk when I'm not. And I was scared. Best thing to handle something I don't understand is by pretending it's not there and to get it to go away as fast as possible.
I just found it interesting. It didn't seem harmful, so why not?
Alright, give me 11 minutes. If we want to sleep on the dome again, if not, then we can sleep under the tree canopies.
It's up to you. I'll keep watch. Whatever you want.
Alright. He'll start recasting the ritual cast of Tiny Hut.
Okay. Tiny Hut takes shape.
Shape into Amuse the Wanderer, or whatever his true name is. For funsies, they're still watching. I'll just make it a foggy white.
Okay.
Just for funsies. Alright.
All right. Everybody back to sleep then? Or rather, the two of you, Aiden and Sajath.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aiden will go up. He'll probably just sit down and probably won't get to bed for like another hour, to be honest. And then he'll probably just pass out.
Okay.
Before you do,
Aiden will stop in place.
Alani comes up to you, kind of quietly asks you, "Who's Esmeralda?"
How did they tell you?
So Jeff says sheepishly, adding on top, like, you do talk in your sleep. And when we tried to wake you the first time, you shooed this person away and rolled the other cheek.
Oh,
But I was asleep for that, so I should know that. Anyways.
Yeah, you said it when I tried to wake you up.
well, Esmeralda, she's my daughter.
Oh, that makes sense. Why did...
Yeah.
why did you leave her?
Aiden's just looking down at the ground, kind of just shaking his head like he was before.
Sorry, you don't have to talk about that. I just was wondering why you left your daughter. It's so far away.
It's all right. I left her with family, or I think they're family. It's and he'll just kind of walk closer to Shajath.
I kind of know the feeling. Not your full circumstances, obviously, but it's no secret that I also left somebody behind. Well, since we are the two that need to go to sleep, how about I do this for us instead? And he'll open his robe, like he tends to do for Alani, and basically telling him to, come on, let me give you a warm surface to sleep on.
Aiden will probably just walk, because the dome hasn't formed yet, right?
Yeah, I think it's formed.
Okay. He'll probably just take a empty space across the way and just he'll probably will just lay down and kind of face away out to the outside of the dome.
I'll cuddle up with Jazz.
Okay. You eventually drift off to sleep. Whoops. 2, 3, 4. Sun begins to rise. And a new day has come.
Yay!
Someone please roll a d20.
Who's got it?
Me.
You wake up to heavy wind and snow. Those of you who are sleeping, Alani and Laerdrin, hear the not storm, but you hear the wind pick up in the early hours, and see the snow begin to fall,
Goodbye, frame rate.
collecting on the dome. But the dome blocks the snow,
Yep,
and so
Jeff will
you're
ask
comfortable
whoever to.
inside.
So Jeff will say whoever wants to, because he can't leave the dome, to please get rid of most of the snow that's on the top before he undoes the spell.
Alani will try to do that. Scoop the snow away.
Reach your head through the dome, kind of push the snow away. Yep, that's easy enough to do.
And snap my fingers like I did before to undo the dome. Oof.
And the dome falls away, and now it's cold.
Brr.
Well, I think right now we're just going here. He points at the map. Where it says Philly Bank Way House.
Yup.
That's probably our best bet to get some proper what's the word? Housing, I guess.
Yeah, it's a good goal for our travel.
Onward and forward.
Hey, Lerdring, can you lead today?
Damn.
You're good with directions.
Just because I can't get people across a fucking chasm doesn't mean I'm bad about it. Like, gee.
I can definitely try. Are we ready to head out?
Yeah.
All
I think
right.
So.
We're walking.
Which direction are you going?
Yeah, you're leading now. Pick
Think,
your hexagons.
Southeast.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Following a path, right? Or is there no path?
I don't think there's a path,
Oh, okay.
but
You're not on a path.
Okay.
I think ideally we'd follow the ridge of the mountains to the river, and then the river down. Be what I would think.
Okay.
Okay. Alrighty. So you begin to head southeast. It is difficult to travel.
You're welcome.
As you move toward the
Question.
southeast, yeah, go ahead.
Could I make our travel easier by wild shaping into a giant elk and letting everybody ride?
Ooh.
You could certainly have everyone on your back as a giant elk. I think it's going to be
Be about the same speed.
as difficult. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty
Just a thought.
good thought. Eventually, you get to a place where you note a river emerging from the mouth of a cave. This river forms a rather large side pool shortly after exiting the cave, with the main part of the river flowing southward. When you first spot this, you are able to see what look like tiny creatures humanoid in shape, with wings resembling those of butterflies, flitting around at the surface of the side pool's water. Showers of sparkling dust falling everywhere they fly. Faintly, you're able to hear what sounds like laughter. A lot of laughter.
You know, if it wasn't for last night, I think I might think we're still dreaming, but I don't know, this seems kind of normal.
Yeah. I don't know if I would call this normal.
I don't know. After last night, anything is out there. Not like we also just got done a couple days ago fighting a giant floating eyeball.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, there's tracks for what we've been experiencing.
Just
I
like
guess we're gonna
always.
go say hi, right?
Mm.
Aiden will go start running forward
Look, at this point, we can't
You're
really
running at them?
talk.
as best as he can run in this weather, I guess.
It's a bit different
So,
from walking
shuffling.
away.
Judging through the snow, the accumulated snow, you get closer. It looks like some of the creatures gang up on others as they're flying around. It seems like they're trying to
Populating.
push or drag them down into the water. And it's not like they always gang up on one. It just seems like almost like maybe a game they're playing, and they just continue to laugh. But yeah, as you get closer, it definitely looks like these are little teeny tiny humanoids with butterfly wings, and that sparkly dust is kind of all over the place, being kind of quickly spread by the wind. You do note there looks to be on a rock a sort of fatter one is just sitting on a rock. Um, and yeah, that's what you see as you begin to approach.
Hello there. Enjoying the weather out here?
You see them all fly away and behind whatever they can find. Rocks, trees,
Oh.
bush.
Aiden will like stop in place and kind of put his hands up. No, I don't mean any harm. Just wanted to talk.
Make a perception
Aiden,
check.
you scared them.
I didn't know.
I mean, you trudged up here.
They seemed like they were having fun. I don't know. He rolled a 9.
Mm-hmm. You notice, sort of on the far side of this pool, a one of these creatures kind of peek out from behind a tree, and kind of dug its head back in.
Hi. Oh.
He's kind of intimidating looking, but he's
I'm
really
not in-
just. He's all fluff. He's really
not
nice.
intimidating.
You gotta admit, you look pretty intimidating. I mean, you've got the sword, the
I mean, I
shield.
look pretty, but intimidating.
Yeah, if anything, I'd be the intimidating one. I have the face of a dragon. Aiden just looks like a normal guy.
Armor, sword, shield, that kind of thing intimidates people.
Oh.
Especially
Yeah.
small ones.
Hey.
You hear a high-pitched voice. You are kind of scary.
Sorry. My name's Aiden.
We don't mean any harm. We're just
Nice to
passing
meet you.
through and saw people. Or
We're not people.
fey folk. Sorry.
Yeah, we're not people.
Yeah. Excellent.
Yeah, not people.
We're
Well, come say
people.
hi if you want to.
I'd like to say hi.
What's your name?
I'm Alani.
A couple of these creatures kind of fly in your direction. Alani, they flit around your head a little bit, and then they move in and they start to play with your hair.
Ooh, okay.
Think maybe sing them a song, Alani?
I could. What are you guys?
I'm Glimmerwhisk.
Not
Flutter Bright.
people.
I'm Flutterbetter.
Flitter better.
Was it the fat one?
Yeah, that one has a little bit of difficulty staying aloft. He's
I
kind of
love
splits up. I'm Flutterbetter. He's got his arms crossed.
A butterball.
I love that.
And one of them whispers, kind of, sort of, whispers, but you can hear it. Oh, now it looks like fun. And looks like they're eyeing you, Laerdrin. Yeah. Okay.
I'll druid craft a flower.
Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh God. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. 19.
Okay. It never works for me. You should try.
Did I notice that they tried to do something?
Okay. No, your character's not unaware that you made a wisdom saving throw. But make another one.
God damn it.
Do I recognize
Oh
what
wait,
they're
that
trying
was
to
the wrong.
cast?
That was the wrong
Or
roll.
nah?
Make an Arcana check.
That's +6, not -1. So 16.
Damn, I don't. I also forgot to do this. I got nothing back. Yay.
Give me just a second. Okay. But you definitely recognize Sajath and probably Laerdrin as well, and all of you, because you're all spellcasters. It seems like there might be some magical words being spoken by a couple of these that are flitting a little bit further away. And then another one flies up, looking at you, Aiden, who's like, "You should come take a swim in the water."
Oh, in this weather?
I know.
Wouldn't it be cold?
We don't get cold.
Well, we do.
Oh, well, maybe you should swim in the water. What if you come over here and just lay on the rock?
Okay.
Hey, Aiden, before you go,
Yeah.
because I know we're buds, right?
What?
He'll touch him and cast spider climb.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh. Is this the
Yeah.
sticky? Oh, nice.
The sticky.
The sticky.
Trying to put my hands on Sajath's arm and see if it sticks.
Well, I'm not a surface, so unfortunately I don't know how this spell works.
He'll try to start to climb on Sajath.
Hey, he's
See if
mine
it
to
works.
climb on.
The first
Oh.
step you take, Aiden, you tip over.
Oh.
I don't know. Probably hold on for him to pretend.
What is that for?
Oh no, I was just fucking around.
Auto fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fall over, Aiden. You realize that your boots have been tied together.
Oh.
I
Sajath,
Hey.
did you do that? That was
Not
sneaky.
once did I crouch, but sure.
Oh. I don't know, you got... Can you, like, move your hand and stuff?
I mean,
Did we see any
Just
of
to-
the creatures
just
do
to
that
fuck
to
with
Aiden?
you, Aiden, he'll
No,
show
you
his
didn't
hands,
later.
but he'll tap you with his tail.
Oh.
Guys,
All
they're
right.
still
Well,
they're like playing with my hair and stuff. So I'm like busy looking at them playing with my hair and stuff.
So Jazz, make a strength save, please.
Hell yeah. I'm about to either levitate or be pushed. Ah, fuck, I rolled high.
You'll never know.
I mean, 17 is pretty high for me.
You see a bunch of vines sprout out from the ground by your tail, and try to wrap around it, but you're quick with your tail.
Yeah.
Whip it around. None of our stuff is working against them. Oh, that's no fun. The fat one's like, you guys should be carefuler. We're not even home.
Man, I don't have a fucking harmless spell to cast to fuck with them.
Aiden will undo his tied shoes. Oh, so you all are pranksters?
We like to have fun.
Yeah.
Well, fun is better than harming, so as long as it doesn't come to that, we'll be just good friends.
I
We are sort
summon-
of strangers in a strange land, though. I don't know. Maybe we should be more careful.
I summon my mage hand, and I make it chase one of them around.
The one that you chase around seems to enjoy that very much.
How did you
so
all
big!
get here? It's so big.
Well, one of them kind of flies up into your face, Alani. I don't know, we came here like a day or so ago. There was some kind of, I don't know, magical ripple that tore through the area. And yeah, we're not home anymore. But it's kind of cool here. The water isn't acting all weird like it is back home. So that's neat.
Acts weird back home?
Yeah, it was like, oh, I don't know. It's like all the water is just like like churning and bubbling, and then it kind of rises up into the air. Something really weird is happening there. It's like it's being taken away.
That's not good.
Where's home?
We are from the Fae realm?
Oh. Is that a real place?
Yeah, it is. It's one of the sister realms that our realm has.
It's like right here. Like all around us, except it's not quite here. If that makes sense.
Aiden will start just waving his hands out in front of him.
We can't touch it, silly.
I
So
thought they were just stories.
I mean, stories always have a foundation of truth in them. And this is this one.
These guys don't look like stories. They're pretty real.
Not.
I'm a real boy.
So what kind of Fae are you guys? You guys look like sprites, but I don't know much about Fae folk.
The sprites are kind of meaner. We're nicer. We're pixies.
Ah,
What are you guys?
I think we're all a little
I'm a
bit
real boy.
different.
Flies up to you, touches you. Yeah, you seem real to me. I'm Glimmerwhisk. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too. And I'll kind of put my finger out and hold it up towards it.
trying to like shake hands.
Yeah.
Got it. It grabs your finger with both of its hands.
That's so fucking cute.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a drow, but my people usually live underground.
The other one being chased by the mage hand, still circling around.
Excellent.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone like you before. Weird. I've seen ones like him, pointing to Sajaf, but not like you. You're like dark.
Yep. My people aren't nice.
Are you nice?
I try to be.
The two that are braiding your hair kind of stop momentarily. And then they get back to braiding.
Do you think whatever brought them through is what brought that fog through? We did hear about weird elemental things happening down here, right? Is that what we heard from Thalion?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
He said something about elemental stuff happening down here. Hold on, I gotta go in the notes again.
Hey, Glimmerwisk.
Yeah.
Have you seen this fog shadow thing that watches? What was it again? It watches.
The one
It's
who
the one who watches.
wanders.
The one who wanders.
I don't remember anything, like just fog.
Yeah, it was like fog, and
Yeah,
then it.
was it fog when you guys got pulled here?
No, it wasn't foggy.
Hmm.
It was normal. And another one comes up. He's like, it was like 3 days ago. Maybe 4. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Like 3 days. It's like a big boom. Ripples. Just kind of
It wasn't us, right?
came over the horizon. It was like,
No, we didn't do anything.
I don't know how to travel planes. I barely know how to travel in this one.
make an intelligence check on
The
it.
ripple from the little girl, maybe?
Intelligence check. That's high actually. 19.
Lairdren's words ring true in your mind.
We did this?
Yeah, the little girl that we helped with the runes and the fucking big
Oh,
rippling shit.
you know,
That
maybe that was us.
Was that 3 days ago? Let's see. 4 days ago. Yeah, that matches.
That's
So you
weird.
brought us here?
Sorry.
Dummy.
Yes.
Yes
Well,
and no.
Not us directly. Go ahead.
Technically, if you want someone to be mad at, it would have been the gods.
They're weird.
Some of them.
Yeah,
Do
it's
you
been a
guys
lot of
believe in God?
fun. What?
Do you guys believe in the gods?
I mean, they. I guess. I mean, they exist and everything. As far as I know.
I guess. Yeah.
I've never seen him.
How are you sure you haven't seen any?
I would guess that it would be really obvious.
What if,
What
we're
if they're
gods
in
right
disguise?
Are you gods right now?
now? We might be.
You're really big, I gotta say.
You've never seen anybody like her before either.
Yeah, there's bigger stuff than you, though.
I'm not saying I'm big.
Does something have to be big to be a god?
They seem like they're big. I don't know.
The Raven Queen felt pretty big. So,
Well, okay.
are
The
you
thing-
trying to get?
I think we probably should. I don't know. Like, Fluffernutter over there, he's not very happy. I think he's getting kind of cold, which seems weird. He's so thin. But I don't know. Like I said, we're enjoying playing in the water. It's a lot of fun, and it's normal, which we like. But yeah, we'll probably try to go home at some point. I don't know how we'll get there.
I wish you luck in that
Well,
endeavor.
I for one like to try to help them since it's sort of our fault.
You know how to help them?
No idea. How can we help?
I really don't know.
Where did you guys
I
pop
think
in?
there's right here, pretty much. This big dark place, and then the river. It's sort of kind of like what it was like back home, except it's like cold and it gets dark and it's not as colorful. But I don't know. I think there's places where you can like go between the planes. So I guess we'll probably just have to look for one of those at some point
I think
if we get bored.
I mean, I would like to help you find at least one place you can try to get back home. I think I have something that I don't know if it'll help, but I can try. Is that okay?
Sure.
I will cast Detect Evil and Good.
Following that same
Once
train of
again.
logic, I guess, I'll detect magic to see if there's something aside from everybody here that pings.
So all these little creatures ping for you, Aiden.
Whoa.
Definitely Faye.
What?
Can you
Uh,
oh no, it's okay. And I'll start to just walk around the perimeter of this pond, lake thing
Uh-huh.
and see if I don't know anything else besides them pings. If there's anything else in the area or anything else that might have came with them. But I don't know if it's gonna take 10 minutes or however long it takes, but he'll probably try to go around the whole perimeter if he can.
Okay. Yeah, it'll take you some time to do that. As he's doing that, what's everybody else doing? Suggest you cast Detect Magic.
Yep, I'll quick cast it so I can immediately start seeing if there's any, I don't know, disruptions that are not people or creatures.
There are not any creatures, but you do kind of get some kind of generalized enchantment magic floating around these pixies. And it seems to be originating from the dust that continuously falls off the ones that are flying.
While they're detecting things, I'll take out my lute and sing a little song for
Sorry.
them.
Transmutation, sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, you play a song on your lute, and I'll get you to roll this time,
Okay.
since I missed it last time.
Yep.
Because that could have been interesting.
Oh. That's a 15 total.
So Aiden is out walking the perimeter. Sajath, Laerdrin, you hear Alani begin to sing a tune. And then you notice again it starts to go sour. And initially the pixies, Alani, seemed to be interested in this performance and had gathered around you. But as soon as it starts to go sour and mist swirls around you and your strings on your lute begin to extend again and spin spider webs, they immediately dart away.
Alani probably doesn't notice during the performance, like while she's doing it.
Oh, she totally does. You
Oh.
are 100%
Oh, am I not
aware
able to
that
stop?
this is happening, and you are unable to stop.
Okay.
And this time, 1, 2, 3. The spider webs surround you, Sajath, and wrap you up. And you hear this is like you're being wrapped up as these pixies are kind of screaming and kind of running away and going to hide again. And yeah, you get wrapped up, and then the music stops again.
Right.
Alani is immediately trying to rip this stuff off of Sajath.
Yeah, I'll try to calm the pixies down and help free Sajath as well.
She's going, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Later, make a persuasion check. And Alani, as you
Oh, this should be good.
start ripping the silk away from Sajath.
Just everybody fucking calm down.
No way, man! No, that's freaky! What the shit was that? What the hell, man? Maybe these guys aren't as nice as they seemed.
You
Well,
bunch
to
of
her-
little shits.
I
To her
think your mage
credit,
hand also went Alani.
What was that?
I think your mage hand went poof as well.
Yes. Yep.
well, to her credit, this only happened twice. This being the second. We don't know why it happens.
You should be careful with that thing. Told you she was bad.
It doesn't normally do that.
You use the same instrument too, right?
Yep.
Ellie?
Yep.
Oh.
Aiden, you probably heard this song and the bad stuff too, but as you're walking around, there isn't anything else that pings with your detect good and evil. Just the Fae.
He'll probably scoot on over back. Hey, I heard some yelling, cussing. Everybody okay?
Yep. Happened again.
Oh.
I got webbed this time. It wasn't as fun as it looked.
Whoa. You
I-
okay?
Yeah, I just got webbed. I'm fine. I wasn't paying attention, and suddenly, boom, cocoon.
Alani,
Yeah.
are you okay?
Not really.
What's causing this? Kind of curse or something?
The curse from my mother, I think. Sorry, pixies.
Several whispers you hear from behind trees and bushes and stuff as you see kind of at first 1, 2, 3, and then half a dozen at a time. There's maybe about 20 of them. They kind of fly back into a more forested area.
I guess I ruined that.
Glimmerwisk, you still there?
No response.
It's alright, Alani. You didn't mean to, right?
No.
Yeah, it's alright. Don't. You didn't ruin anything. It was fun, and I think we can at least try to make it up to him. Hey, we'll and I'll start trying to speak with the pixies again. Hey, so if you can still hear us, we'll try to find you a way back home, and we'll, I don't know, either come back here or leave you a message somehow, if that's okay. Sorry. I'd love to see the Fey Realm too, if that's okay. It sounds pretty fun, pretty great.
It seems like they have all passed beyond earshot, or are simply choosing to not respond.
Do we see Fluffer? We said Fluffer Butter or Fluffer Nutter?
Fluffer Nutter.
Oh. Do we see Fluffer Nutter?
No.
Well, let's keep going, I guess.
Yeah, we can still uphold the end of our bargain if we happen to find something out. But if you can still
you
hear us, be safe. Other people are much more violent than us are, and they won't care that you're different.
Okay, we're not that violent. Come on.
I'm not talking
Only if,
about us,
you know.
Aiden.
Oh. Hey, Alani, it's okay. Cheer up. I know it is scary, but it's not your fault.
She does, in fact, not cheer up.
I don't know. Sometimes we carry the I don't know, burdens or sins of our parents.
I thought it was just because we were close to the Underdark.
I mean,
I thought maybe it was okay.
might be a different trigger than that we're not thinking, because we are right next to a cave mouth. And who knows, maybe we are close to that entrance that we had found way, way deep. Don't let it stop what you love.
Yeah, you can web me next. I'm totally opting into that.
I appreciate you trying, but let's just go.
Aiden kind of scratches his head, shrugs, and well, I didn't really find anything around here, so I'll keep some eyes peeled, and he'll start squinting.
Nice.
Yeah, he'll put a hand on Aiden's shoulder to give him a squeeze. It's like, yeah, we'll help him out. Then walk up to Alani and hold her hand if she allows it.
Yeah, she lets you.
Onwards and forwards, said the blind man.
Okay, so it's taken you about half a day to get to this point and
Rough.
have that interaction. So your choices are here or here.
Along the
Follow-
coast.
Follow the river.
Yeah.
That is free. You are free to do that.
Just around the riverbed.
Are there any trees?
There's quite a few trees here. Yeah.
Are they tall trees?
Yeah, some of them.
Aiden will start to climb up a tree, the
Okay.
tallest tree he can find in the area.
Oh,
Cool. Make an athletics check.
Doesn't he? Do I still have spider
less
climb?
than
Or...
an hour.
Oh, have we already traveled half a day?
Yeah, but your spider climb would still be good.
Okay,
Oh.
wanted to make sure
So-
before he made it.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks for the reminder. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and climb your tree.
He's gonna run out at the end of it. He's gonna get
I-
stuck.
I'll-
That's gonna be
I'll-
so funny.
I want to take in the
Oh, I'm
view
zoomed in.
of
Oh,
what
no.
we're expecting ahead of us.
Okay, make a perception check. This is pretty tough because it's heavy snow.
I'll also be looking out for the. Actually, he'll probably try to look out for the fairies first, but he wants to also. He'll probably focus more on the fairies, maybe. I think. Maybe he can see 'em.
Pixies?
The pixies, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make a perception check. This is,
Ah,
you're in heavy
13.
snow, so it's pretty dang hard to see. And yeah, you do not see any sign of any pixies from up in yonder tree.
It's cold up here.
I'm not surprised.
And then you
He'll
want to try
climb
to.
back down.
Oh, okay.
And at this point, I imagine his face is just some snow. He doesn't probably have any facial hair. Actually, I guess he would have some facial hair by now, no?
And we've been traveling for a long
Yeah,
time.
he's got
days
some
at
facial
least.
hair. He's got a nice scruff. I don't
Yeah,
think he's shaved for a little bit.
probably
So he probably
right
has some.
before it starts itching too.
Yeah. So he's got some snow. He's like a snow beard going on.
Mm.
And Sajath, your mage armor is gone too.
Yep,
That you
I was
cast
skipping.
earlier this
Yeah,
morning.
I was skipping top of it.
Who is in the lead for this hike?
Oh, I think Lairdrin is still it.
Yeah,
right?
Lairdrin.
Because I'm awful apparently.
Same. Along this path, do we pass by the ocean? Or not yet?
No, you don't really even smell the ocean
I
right
think
now.
we're like
Okay, okay.
miles from.
We're a ways away. Okay.
Oh yeah, I couldn't
Okay.
see shit up there, guys. It's crazy. It's coming down hard.
So you're walking through this area, battling the wind and the snow as you go again still. And ladies and please make a perception check.
23.
Nice. Through the wind, over the wind, up ahead, you hear what sounds like very heavy and very deep snoring.
Was it sound familiar? Like anything that I've heard before? Heard snoring before? How far does it sound?
Maybe probably between 50 and 60 feet or so, I would say. And I don't believe this really sounds. It sounds like something big. I'll give you that.
So I'll quietly tell everybody that there's something quite large ahead, and it's snoring, but it's big. Whatever it is, it's only like 50 or 60 feet ahead.
We should try and sneak around it, whatever it is. I will
See.
cast aid on 3 of us.
Okay. Make sure you all mod your character sheets.
The same 3 people. So I think I was doing everybody but Lairdrin. Five extra HP for everybody. Except for Lairdrin.
Because I'm a big pussy baby, I'm gonna recast mage armor just in case it goes badly. Because I'm not sneaky.
Okay. And as you guys are figuring out what to do, I do need to take a break.
Wow.
So we will come back to this
Okie doke.
in a moment.
Okie dokie. Welcome back. I'm still here.
I never left.
Is Ozzy coming?
I'll go check.
Passed out.
He'll be another few minutes.
Okay.
We're all here.
Sweet. Okay, so the sound of snoring ahead of you, not very far. Mage armor aid have been cast.
Yup.
What would you like to do?
Aiden will divine sense as an action. 60 feet.
You do not sense any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you.
Yeah, we just need to be as quiet as not loud. Guess I already said quiet. Fuck. Best we can. We don't want to mess with whatever this is.
Try and sneak by. Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and make some stealth checks for me.
We're not. Are we in dim light or darkness or no?
You are not. No.
Rip.
10.
You begin to move around the sound of the snoring as quietly as you can. But unfortunately, Laerdren's foot finds a rotted log. And he falls through it, making a nice cracking sound through the wind. From the direction of the snoring, you hear rustling. And you see a form rise from the forest floor.
Aiden will divine sense.
Still nothing.
Should
First,
we say hi to this one?
you see a head. It has a humanoid shape to it, but it's large, and it's this gray-blue skin. Its eyes are still only half open, and as it props itself up, you start to get a sense of the enormity of this creature.
Hi.
Its bare chest. It eventually sits up. And even just sitting, it's about 9 feet tall.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That was good.
You notice a giant stone club on his side. He seems to be moving quite slowly as he stands up. You notice some light bruises all over his body, along with quite a few strange scars, almost like extensive and striated burn marks that sort of resemble, especially to you, Sajath, forked lightning. He wears a necklace made of thick rope and several medium-sized rocks strung on it, as well as what looks like an ear. Like a really big blue ear. And you see the lobe of this ear is pierced by a small, tiny rod. And it's shining. Like almost glimmering a little bit. He has a large satchel slung over his shoulder, closed with large leather straps. And Laerdren, As you see this creature rise from the forest floor, you feel a rage welling up inside of you. Please make a wisdom saving throw.
Can we talk about the Fourth Lightning real quick? Why do I recognize it? I have an idea, but I'm not sure.
Your familiarity with the lightning spell.
Okay.
Lightning bolt.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Scars. Oh.
Laird, when you start to feel yourself potentially grapple your emotions, but they get the better of you, and you feel an intense and insatiable desire to destroy this creature that sits in front of you, and you begin to take off running toward it to attack with everything you've got. What's everybody else doing?
Hello, sorry to wake you. Ladrin?
Lardrin, what are you doing?
I'd probably wild shape into a dire wolf and attack right away if I can.
Okay.
Ladrin, bad dog. Stop.
Hello.
Sit.
Go ahead and make your attacks, Ladrin.
Uh, 15.
15 does not hit. Your rage makes your bite miss. Is it just one bite that you do?
For dire wolf, yeah.
Okay. Please make an athletics or acrobatics check. Your DC is 28.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well,
A natural one. I love it. You go in to bite this creature and just kind of just come short just a little bit. Your rage kind of clouding your depth perception here is far away from it, or misjudging how far away you are from it. And as you bite down, you feel a giant hand grab the scruff at the back of your neck and just lift you up. And you come face to face with this thing. What's everybody else doing?
How far away did he just run?
I don't know, 40 feet, we'll say.
Please put him down. Please put him down.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh God.
I'll run up as well. Before you roll, Alani,
Oh.
Aiden
okay.
will run up as well. He's not going to have his sword. He's going to have his shield still on his back or whatever. And he's going to be like, he didn't mean to do that. He's just a little impulsive, please. And I'll try to aid Alani.
Okay. Alani, are you ask him to put him down? He lowers Lairdrin to the ground. He's still holding on to his scruff though. Sajath, anything in this moment?
Lairdrin, you are no longer willing, so I'm going to try to vortex warp you to our side again. Roll a con 15 save. Okay. You get warped. I would say so that you have more time to run, just in case. I will put you 40 feet back from where we are currently, so 80 feet away from this creature.
Okay, cool. Make another wisdom saving throw, Lairdrin. Woo, nice. With the vortex warp. And you're like 80 feet away, it kind of shakes your senses just enough where you're able to gain control over your emotions again. For the moment. This creature speaks.
Could anybody understand that?
I don't know. I don't think we can.
Does anybody speak giant?
No.
Nope.
Creature begins to stand up.
I'll kind of back up. I'll put my hands up and say, sorry, did not mean to wake you up. Sorry for our dog friend. We're just gonna leave.
What's its physical language since we can't understand them?
Make an insight check.
Cool.
I really wish I could understand you right now, but we're gonna leave. So
You get somewhat defensive, but also a bit angry, having just been
woken up, yeah.
nearly pounced by a direwolf.
That too. You know, I can understand him if I sit down and say jumble for 10 minutes, but I don't think we have that kind of time.
let's Ladrin, how you feeling, buddy? You okay? Are you?
Let's just.
You can just cast that spell, can't you?
I don't have it prepared.
Oh. Then never
Fucking
mind.
wizards.
Yeah.
I can make it understand me, but I still won't be able to understand it. Should I do that?
It's better than what we have, yeah. Go for
Okay,
it.
yeah. I use my universal speech to allow it to understand me, magically understand me.
Okay.
And I say, we mean you no harm. Our friend just got a little ahead of himself. He's fine now, I think. We mean you no harm. We'll just be going now. And we still can't understand you.
So I'm no longer like unable to control my anger, but I'm still pissed at the sight of this thing, right?
Yeah, that's up to you.
Yeah, I've still got my hackles up as a direwolf.
Aiden will jog on over to where Ladrin was TP'd. Hey, it's okay. We're just gonna. I don't think we can fight this thing, so let's just get the hell out of here. And I'll kind of try giving him scritches, petting him. It's all right, buddy.
Oh boy.
How was its reaction to my talking to it?
It kind of looked at you with a little bit of confusion, like didn't necessarily quite understand how this was happening, but I don't know, somewhat receptive.
Okay.
If everyone's trying to leave, I'm willing to leave. I'm still pissed, but I'm not like charging at the thing anymore.
Okay, let's start moving away.
White Burfit.
What was that?
White Burfit.
Yeah, give it a wide berth. Have no idea what you're saying, but sorry for disturbing you.
Kind of rubs its shoulder a little bit and kind of looks down at some of his scars and traces them a little bit with his finger as it sits back down.
Boy, I wish we could understand him.
He looks a little hurt, Alani. Maybe can you tell him I can walk up to him and see if I can help him out with some of the scars or something. If he,
I think
if
we
he
should
wants.
get out of here while we have the chance. I think he'll be fine.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Okay.
He was 9 feet tall before you stood up. How tall was he when he stood up?
About 20.
Jesus Christ.
Oof. Yeah, that's a huge.
He was definitely a wide berth.
Oof.
What the hell is that thing?
With the occasional, apparently, a speech that you cannot understand, echoing through the trees as you wander away.
He seemed pretty banged up for for something that fucking big. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I felt bad for it, but also, we can't fight that? That was
I mean, we weren't gonna fight it. I did just want to see
huge.
if I can,
Well,
help his scars. Actually, I don't even know if I can do anything about scars, to be honest.
I mean, Lairdren kind of tried to bite it. Lairdren, are you okay?
I know, like, the wisdom save is just like a mechanical because I'm enraged, right?
Yeah, it's a to see if
I
you're
know
able
why
to
it's happening.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The fight
do.
of wills. To see if you can will yourself not to
Yeah, I'm
let your
okay.
hatred consume you.
Just
Palpatine smiles.
anytime I see their kind, it takes me back to when I was attacked. When my people were attacked.
It makes sense. I just,
Yeah, it wasn't the fight to pick. Sorry.
wish I knew how to help you better.
I mean, we did exactly what he needed. Give him distance so that he can.
Yeah, thank you, Sajath.
I'm just glad it worked. Never tried it on an unwilling person before until now.
Well, if that didn't work, I had something as well, but I'm glad that worked.
Yeah, let's just keep an eye out. He's still recently injured, like we all observed. So it stands to reason that A, hopefully he won the fight and is just licking wounds. Or the worst case scenario, that it's still out there.
Let's hope he won.
I'm just saying to be on our guards. I'm not trying to be negative, obviously. He rubs his head. Carry on, carry on.
Today's been a really fucked up day.
Interesting day, yeah.
Why?
Sorry.
Why is it that the further south we go, the weirder things get?
I mean, we are a weird kind of folks ourselves.
Is it our fault? All of this?
No.
Are we the bad guys?
I do feel like we're kind of a magnet for weird.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
it might
true.
just be that right now it's just weird to be here. Might not be an us thing, hopefully.
I really hope it wasn't us.
Walking and talking.
We talked with weird fog, scary shadow creatures. Then we scared
Some
off.
of the crossed pixies.
We got the Fae, taken
pool
away
of
from their
pixies.
home. Yeah, the pixies. Wait, are they Fae or they're not Fae?
No, they're fake.
Yeah, they're fair.
Oh, okay, pixies.
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
you totally
I guess I
picked them
shouldn't
up on your
generalize.
spell. Yeah.
Yeah, but the spell doesn't tell him what they are, right? Or
He
does
just,
it?
he just gets the. Aiden doesn't really know, like I would say, generally speaking, like what Fae are. Like he's not studied, but he
Oh,
probably has. It's like that innate, like, oh, this is some weird shit that he's heard about in like fairy tales and stories growing up, or even, you know, as an adult.
Detectable and good doesn't specify what they are, but Divine Sense does. Really amazing. I mean, that's
Well,
fair. I can't say I've seen a Fae until now, and the closest thing to it doesn't really count, which is mint.
I've never seen any of these things before.
And that thing looked kind of that. It got pretty hurt. That was a nasty scar.
It had a lot of scars.
Yeah.
Lightning at that. It's what my foes look like after I strike them down with lightning.
Whoa. That was kind of a hard line, Strath.
Not intentional, but I appreciate you, Aiden.
You think you could do that to me, like a cool tattoo scar?
I don't think you want that.
I think if you do it at like the right angle, that would be
We
that'd be
can
pretty cool.
bench. We can bench that idea until we get someplace that has a roof.
Right,
How
right.
about
Sorry,
that?
on focus.
I don't want to hurt you. I appreciate your trust in me, though, Aiden. Really means a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't want to hurt you either, Aiden. I already done that enough, I think. You look stupid.
No, it's all, you know, all good. Speaking of which, he'll take out a cup from his mess kit. So I was thinking, right? I've been cursing a lot, so I have this swear cup. So every time we, you know, say a bad word, we can just put a copper in,
Why?
so I could stop saying bad words.
Why do you want to? Is it like a bad thing? I mean,
I have a daughter. So
oh, yeah, that would.
Yeah,
I
as
Wait.
soon
should
as
probably. I
How
do want to see her again, so I should probably.
How far away is that of her?
is it in the map?
It is not on the map.
Fuck.
It's a long ways away.
So it's not even map.
It's
On a
not on
different
the.
continent.
So
It's
can
not
we
on the
ask
map,
Aiden
Aiden.
if it's cardinal direction wise to us, at least? Uh-huh.
It's just really far away.
Fucker.
I think we're general direction.
Yeah. Eyeball it. I don't know.
Way south. If you were looking for me.
It's just really far away.
Why did you come so far away from your daughter? I'm sorry to pry.
Well,
I'm
let's
just so
let's
curious.
keep going, and Aiden will just start walking away. He'll put away his cup, and kind of his shoulders will kind of like his head will kind of drop a little bit, and he'll just start walking away.
Sorry.
He'll kind of just wave his hand. Onwards and forwards.
Alani's definitely very upset that she upset Aiden after doing that shit with the fucking loot and wrapping Sajath up. She's not having a good day.
Man, it's up to me now.
Okay. You. Yeah, the sun is going down now, so you're nearing the end of your normal travel day.
Oh, Jesus.
So, are you setting up camp? Are you pressing on? Pikachu.
Due to the hard weather, we definitely can't make another
Yeah,
exit
setting
run,
up camp
so-
probably.
Okay. Camp time activities. What would you guys like to do?
Try
I will
and look for some
approach-
food.
And I'll approach Aiden and tell him, I think the jar is a good idea. Took me weeks to stop my brothers from saying fuck after I accidentally messed up a incantation when I was first starting to get back into it. Not the greatest moment, I tell you.
Yeah. No, it's kind of a. I know you're just trying to make me feel better, but stupid idea. It's fine. Thank you.
Look, I'll still give you a copper or silver or whatever if I mess up myself. Keep ourselves accountable best we can, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Also, doesn't have to be deep stuff. But I'm here for you. You can talk to me, whatever. Can be about something silly.
Is it like when you spit fire? Does that hurt? It like comes from your stomach? Is that how it works?
He takes his hand and notions to a very specific spot in his neck. It's like, my neck actually. I have just think about a special body part that we have, and it just feels like hot breath. It never gets better unless I close my mouth as I'm trying to do it.
Oh, I think I've had hot breath before.
It's most likely the same idea. I honestly can't give
Yeah,
a
it kind
better
of burns a
example.
little bit though. Does it burn at all?
When I was first trying to, it did, because I wasn't used to it. But now, my body's well attuned and used to spitting out fire. So, hopefully it doesn't start burning again. That's for that's for sure. Never really thought about that question, I'll be honest, Aiden. So that's a good train of thought to go down.
That's been on my mind for like this whole time since I met you, since I saw you do it.
Well, maybe we can get you to
You
burp
can't teach
out
me that, right?
I mean, not how I do it, but I've.
Oh, alcohol. With some
I mean,
alcohol, we could.
maybe when we're feeling stupid, not now, but we can definitely try pretending like you're vibrating with a alcohol in your system and a torch.
Yeah.
He'll give him a squeeze on the claw, shoulder. It's like,
Well,
again,
my claw that's a little too low for him.
well, again, it can be anything. I'm not gonna pry if you don't want to. I know how it hurts sometimes, but we're buddies, right? I think you've saved my life enough for I can count you as a close person.
Yeah,
All of you,
I guess
really.
we are. All of us. Weird.
In like a month.
The amount of times we have almost died in a month. Crazy.
Makes us stronger, so as long as we don't end up actually dying, I think we can muster a few more, right?
I hope not. Kind of like not dying more. I've died enough for one life. Almost died.
Same. I don't. Yeah, Sajaf's tone will shift a little bit. Yeah, I don't want to see any of you guys go either. I don't know what I'll do if I. He slaps his face. Anyways, I'll be over there. So
Yeah.
help me set up. the spot for the bubble later.
There, Drew. Make a survival check.
17.
It is more difficult to find stuff in this weather. You are able to find, though, enough to scrounge together for equivalent of 4 rations.
Awesome.
Cool.
Alani is sitting off on her own, kind of separated from everybody, and has her lute in her lap, and she's just kind of like playing with the strings. Not like actually playing it, but like twanging them and then kind of frowning and just looking at it.
Aiden will walk up to Alani. Hey,
Hey,
so no, I've been kind of dodging question
it's
of
fine.
why I'm
I
with.
shouldn't have pressed you.
No,
like
it's
that.
it's you know I would expect people to want to know. I mean, sometimes I want to know why I did leave. And it's hard to explain, and I don't think it was the right thing to do. I don't think I should have left. And he'll kind of be making like eye contact with you while he's saying this.
I mean,
And I
I'm
do
sure it was
regret
hard.
leaving. It was hard. It was somehow one of the hardest decisions I've made, and it still felt easier than it should have to walk away.
Well, we're here for you, and we'll help you however we can. I mean, if you want to go home.
Home's far away, but I thought I left her in more capable hands, but maybe I didn't.
You don't think you did now? What do you mean?
I guess not.
Why don't you feel like that?
Just a feeling.
I mean,
It's like waking up, or not even wake, right before you go to sleep. That moment where you feel like you're gonna. You ever felt that where you just feel like you're falling,
oh yeah.
and all of a sudden,
Yeah, I get that all the time.
that's kind of what it felt like. But after years, just had this moment. Maybe I made the biggest mistake ever leaving.
I mean, as long as you realize that and then do something to try and fix it, maybe it doesn't have to be a mistake.
Yeah.
But whatever you decide to do, we're here for you.
Thank you.
And I do want to know more about you, but you don't have to talk about it.
Yeah, well, we got plenty more nights to go. And
Not wrong there.
yeah, we're here. We're all here for you too. So, if you ever feel inspired to play, don't let some crazy spider bitch, and he'll take out a copper,
When you say bitch, crazy spider bitch, she smirks a little bit at that. She finds that funny.
Yeah, don't let her, stop you. And they don't walk away.
Okay. She just kind of sits there and like thinks for a while and stays there.
Okay. The night comes. The snow stops. The wind dies down. And are you resting?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, who's got first watch?
I'll do it.
I would have shared, obviously, I didn't say it, but a portion of ration for each of you, too.
Okay.
So, like, rabbit, mushroom, whatever I found.
I'll take first watch with Alani. Sajaf will say, that he kind of doesn't want to put up the dome tonight, if that's okay with everybody.
It's fine with me.
Also, short rest get.
Why not? I'll arc in recovery just in case. We never know. I was just gonna say, if nobody else said anything about complaining, then he didn't put up the dome, and he'll take first watch with Alani, using his nifty goggles so that he can finally see in the dark.
Okie dokie. Claire during trances, Aiden snuggles up to something.
His pillow.
His body pillow.
Yeah, that.
In really small letters, Elena written on it.
So, Sajaf, now that your brother's taken care of for the time being, what now? What do you want to do?
I mean, the second reason I went out exploring was to better myself, so I could help more, to learn more. I mean, I guess I also found 2 more things to fight for. That's for sure.
Two more things to fight for?
He'll look at the camp where we have. It's like, we've been through a lot, but we're pretty thick. So I trust Aiden with my life, and I trust Lairdrin to always be the voice of reason, even if his reason gets a little murky because of his past.
I mean,
Then
who
I have
doesn't?
you. Yeah, and then I have you. I didn't go out, obviously, to seek for love, but I still found it.
She smiles and, like, leans into you a little bit.
Been meaning to ask, just to keep the talk not so deep since we've kind of gone through a lot today. I've been meaning to learn more about your journal, your diary.
What about it?
Well, you obviously hold it in high regard. I know you've trusted me to not completely hide out of you whenever you're using it when I'm around, but it's clear you care deeply about it. So there has to be, hopefully, a good connotation to it, right?
Somewhat.
Am I talking about it? You can ask me anything after to get it fair.
I mean, you saw the inscription.
I did. I saw a name.
Well, a long time ago, over 22 years ago, Rava was someone very special to me. She was my first love, and the only one of my people I ever trusted. And we were together for 6 years before my family found out and forced a choice on her. And in the end, she didn't choose me. And as much as it pained me, I didn't blame her for not choosing me. She chose survival over love, and perhaps it wasn't ever really love for her, but I've accepted I'll never get answers to the questions I might have. But the journal does mean a lot to me because it's the reason I left, the reason I escaped. I mean, the reason I realized that I was becoming someone I didn't like.
He looks to you dearly and smiles. I think you did good. I don't know your full circumstances, obviously, but you did it for you and no one else, right? That's
Yeah.
the most important part.
Until you, she was the only other person in my whole life I've had strong feelings for. Not even Ultron. That's the guy I was engaged to.
Like I told you before, it's fine for you to talk about that stuff. I'm not really one to get any stuff or bothered. It's part of life, you know?
Yeah, it was a long time ago too.
Well, it definitely meant something to you, and you're still gonna hold it close, even if it hurts. So,
It doesn't really hurt that much anymore, but it's a nice reminder.
he'll grab her hands and look at her uh, longingly. Let's go over that one. It's like, well, I still appreciate it so much that we met each other. Like I said, it wasn't my purpose to go out finding love.
Me too.
Well, now it's your turn. Anything you want to find out from me?
I mean, I have a lot of questions about your parents, but I don't really want to darken the mood with questions about that.
He laughs. I appreciate the sentiment, but it's a little too late for that because I accidentally brought them up today. So go ahead.
I mean, I'd like to know who they were. What did they do for work? What kind of people were they?
Mother was kind, and she was really smart. She was the head of the entire aqueduct water company that we had back home in Sarksdiv. A lot of people relied on her to keep the water running so that we wouldn't flood ourselves. And then there's Dad. He was a warrior at heart. He would always be so strong on the outside, but would always be so soft back home. He mostly focused on keeping the surroundings of the city safe, like a patrol sort of things. He only had day watch for the most part, since he always made sure to be home once I was born.
Oh, that's wonderful. You sound like good parents.
The best. That's why I want to give Malik the same. To make sure that he feels the same way about other people.
Do you have any ideas about who might have killed them?
He shakes his head. I honestly, at this point, it's gonna sound horrific. But at this point, I don't think it matters.
So it's
If
not something you want to pursue?
I find out, I can't say that I won't follow the train of thought that I had the first 2 years after. But I'm just one person, and nobody in the city has been able to find out more. So I've obviously lost hope that I'll ever find out what it is. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Uh-huh.
Make an intelligence check.
Cool. I hate it here. 9.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Ah.
I know you might have lost hope for now, but you're not alone. You have us. You have me.
He smiles. He's like, I know that. You are all my irreplaceable allies. And my irreplaceable one. Maybe one day we'll figure out why it is the way that you are suffering so much.
She kind of looks down at her feet and, like, you know, is unhappy with the reminder of the curse her mom put on her. Kind of thing.
He realizes, like, and scoops her up and puts her in his lap. Tilts her head to his. It's like, sorry, it's obviously in my mind too. I know it. We said to keep it light, but I just hope that it can help you out the way you need.
Alani, as you look up at Sajath, you do note that you can see through the trees, stars in the sky, but from the eastern direction it looks like the sky is clouding up, and you begin to see flashes of light up in the clouds.
It
Like lightning.
looks like a storm is coming.
Well, so much for not using the dome tonight. I think they'll appreciate it if we wake up without being covered in rain, huh?
Probably. I wouldn't like being soggy in the morning either.
Well, Next time I'll ask you more questions I want to learn about you. But for now, let's see if we can drag them together in a 10-foot circle so I can start my dome.
I doubt they're that far apart.
Well, it'd be funny if we have to drag them around.
That would be funny.
He'll give her a kiss. And as they stand up to go, he'll tell her, keep being you. Even if it needs hurting.
She nods and still looks kind of sad, but she at least acknowledged it.
Get back. I promptly start my Dome of Domeness to try to give us shelter for the upcoming storm.
You do start to hear low rumbles of thunder, and the dome takes shape. Over the course of the next 15 or 20 minutes, the sound of wind moving through the trees and bushes penetrates the dome's walls, but the wind doesn't. And as the storm moves overhead, you see more flashes of lightning, the cracks of thunder. The storm, the big thunderhead blocks out all of the starlight, and rain begins to fall. At first, just a gentle pitter-patter, and then heavier as time passes. All of it being blocked by the dome, of course. The sound of the wind and rain strengthens and fills your senses, and eventually gets loud enough that Aiden and Laerdrin, you are pulled out of your rest. Small rivulets of water begin to carve out the ground under the edge of the tiny hut, penetrating it and flowing in just a bit, but not enough to worry about. Lightning strikes get closer and closer. And in the heavy rain, a lightning bolt hits a tree mere feet from the edge of the dome. All of you jump, except Laerdrin. Laerdrin, strangely enough, a wave of calm washes over you in the aftermath of the strike. And you swear you hear a voice on the thunder that rumbles, indistinct, but deep and powerful, and you get the sense that it's calling to you. The tree struck by the lightning splits roughly down the middle, with one half falling over and towards the dome, closer and closer and closer. With a crash, it impacts the dome, and sparks and small embers resulting from the lightning strike scatter across the top. But you immediately notice these are strange embers. They're not just orange, they're prismatic. All the colors of the rainbow. The tree then slides off to one side of the dome. In the half of the tree that remains standing, amid the glowing prismatic embers, quickly being snuffed by the pouring rain, the rising steam forming a swirl of color. Nestled in what used to be the core of this tree you see a gleaming white stone shining like a beacon in the dark.
Hmm. It's from the tree that was struck, you
Yeah.
said?
Yep.
So it's only a few feet from the dome.
Yep. 5 or so feet.
Everybody's awake.
Everybody's awake and saw this.
I go out to it.
If you want to, you bet. Step out of the dome
Yeah,
and
just
feel
walk out.
the rain fall on you.
I'll keep an eye on him, and I'll kind of get up and trail behind him.
I'll be here.
I'm gonna stay in the dome.
As you get closer, the bright light it's not blinding,
Mm-hmm.
but you get close enough to perceive that it is it looks sort of like, I don't know, a well-cut gemstone. But it doesn't look like any gemstone you've seen. It's not translucent. It's got an opaque white surface to it. And it appears to be lodged in this tree.
Can I pry it out?
Yeah, you reach up to grab the stone. It's not hot to the touch or anything, but it does seem to be lodged in there pretty good. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Hmm. Sweet.
Plunk!
God damn.
It doesn't actually seem to be lodged in there pretty good. It just kind of falls out into your hand as you grab onto it. And you hold it out, and you clearly see that it indeed is a source of light. And as you hold it out, the rain begins to lighten a bit.
Hey, Aiden. I didn't see you follow me out.
Oh,
Sorry, I
hey,
was
yeah.
just kind
Sorry, I
of
didn't mean to
drawn.
spook you.
Kind of felt drawn out here. So,
Yeah, wasn't sure didn't want to leave you alone, and Aiden will actually do a divine sense as well.
No creatures.
I think we're clear.
I think we
Sorry.
should probably go back to the dome with this.
Oh, you know what it is?
I don't.
It looks kind of pretty.
Yeah, it is pretty. Let's
Alright,
bring
yeah.
it back to the dome. Yeah.
After you.
You go back to the dome and you walk through it, but then note that the object does not come into the dome.
I'll just sit outside with it.
Sounds good.
Oh, that's actually really worrisome. Huh.
I mean, it's probably because it didn't exist or wasn't here when you made the dome.
Sure.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, it is.
So if I didn't exist when you created the dome, I couldn't.
Exactly.
Man, that's cool.
Anyways, everything all right, guys? What was that thing you were carrying?
It's a stone. I guess I'll set it right outside the dome
Mm-hmm.
so Jeff can't see it.
I can.
Well, you can. It
Okay.
emits light.
You can't see in. You can see out. I mean,
I don't know if we want to wait until morning to check out what that is.
we're already up, so I might as well try something. We did just do something, so he'll spend 11 minutes to see if he can maybe identify others.
Okay.
I was having such a good dream too.
Well, I was having a good cuddle session, but that got starkly and immediately ruined.
All right, you guys need to. Can you do like 2 domes or something?
Look, I wasn't doing anything past just snuggling, dude.
So
Like-
suggest the identify spell requires you to touch the object, right?
Yeah, I can stick my hand out.
Okay, so you know that according to the rules of Tiny Hut that I have, that any part of your body leaves the hut, the hut goes away.
Ah, bitch. I forgot.
Jar.
about that. I thought there was something that I could leave a little bit, but not too far. But I guess that's just rules of written.
He was just trying to think of ways him and Alani could get a little kinky. That's what that
Okay.
sounds like to me.
In that case, he'll remember his fruitless endeavor and be like, well, I can definitely check it on the morning. Hopefully we'll be able to sleep through this storm.
Storm is mostly past. The sky's still cloudy, but
Well,
Oh, it's
shit,
not
we
raining
did it.
anywhere?
it's just really light rain right now.
Oh, okay.
We did it, guys. We made it through. Alright, resume rest unless somebody else has something, I suppose.
Did you need me to take over for watch, or are you guys okay?
How many hours has it been?
Oh, like 3.
I'm good for another hour, but I think Suggest needs to start sleeping.
I mean, it's fine.
Just wake me up if you need it, and I'll go pass out.
Okay.
Or
The
you
next
want
hour
me? You want
passes.
me to, and then I can sleep after, Sujath? You want to go to sleep now?
I'll wake you after. It's fine.
Aiden goes to sleep.
Okay. Hour goes by. Everything's cool. Legend, are you still outside the dome, or did you go back in?
I'm in.
Okay. So we got the little night light just outside the dome.
Yeah,
Yep. Yeah, I
become
made,
pre-installed.
I made sure to set it close to where I am.
Okay. Love it.
With Lairdren up. As soon as he probably finished this long rest. Fucking elves.
Yep, you did.
He'll grab Alani and just fall the fuck asleep. A lot of
Yep.
subject matter today. Heavy
Sleepy.
subject matter.
Yo.
Mm-hmm.
She snuggles in with Sajaz and falls asleep.
Okay. There's make a perception check.
That
God
rock be
damn.
rocking. Oh boy, that's 2, baby.
Holy shit.
2 in a row.
You are hyper aware.
Oh.
My eyes are super dilated.
And then the rain stops. And eventually the wind also dies down. The front has passed. It's warmer, although you wouldn't know that.
Dome. I tried, dude. I really tried.
And eventually the sunlight begins to start to, whoops, wrong one. There we go. Begins to creep up over the mountains to the east. It is a cloudy, dark morning.
As Aiden's sleeping or close to when he's about to wake up, he'll start shifting a little bit more in bed, or sleeping. But essentially, he's gonna be having a dream, and you'll probably hear him murmur a couple of names. I'm assuming because the Ladrin's awake and he's super aware. He's probably heard the name Esmeralda a couple of times. Elena. He will also hear Jacob and Marcy's name as well. So he'll hear a couple of those names. And probably some soft crying from Aiden as well.
I just need a day to cry, guys.
I think we all do.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, dude, half of it was us.
Right? We made our characters. We know what we did.
Anyway, we all wake up at about this time.
Yeah.
Okay. Spend 11 minutes. No, let's not spend too much time. Fuck it. I'll use the feature. It's there for a reason. Haha. Instacast. Kablamo, and this time I'm preparing fucking comprehend languages because I should. What do I take out? You. Here. Right. I attempt to quick cast identify on this right rock of rockness.
You reach your hand out the dome. It dissipates.
The dome's gone by now.
No, you didn't cast it till about 11.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. I forgot.
and okay,
It's
so
rock.
you definitely can tell it's magical, which isn't a big surprise to you, given that it is emitting light and stuff. The stone is called a Valdrown, otherwise known as an amp stone.
It amplifies sound. Got it.
Amp stone. Your identify spell reveals that this stone can have different properties depending on who attunes to it.
Lovely.
Make an Arcana or Religion check.
Hold on before I do. Fuck. Yeah, mate. I'll use the last charge I've been trying to fucking save because this seems important. Alright, 22.
Okay. Yeah,
Bring
in your studies of magic items, you do recall lore that that these sorts of things exist. Things that have different properties depending on who exactly attunes to them. They are exceedingly rare, and yeah, unfortunately, that's what you get. That's what you get
Okay.
with that very important check.
Yeah. You don't know. I didn't know. You knew. Anyways, he will explain it the best way he can, which is essentially, well, um, it's definitely really rare, as if being found inside of a husking tree that just got struck by prismatic lightning, or lightning that caused a prismatic color, at least. Um, Honestly, I couldn't pinpoint what exactly it did, aside from me knowing that things like this, it really depends on whoever attunes to it, but it needs to be attuned.
Your spell also reveals that this thing does shed bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet. It can be covered and is suppressed by magical darkness, but it cannot be dispelled.
Cool.
And it is forever a light source.
Yes.
We can cover it and it won't penetrate it, but it does not go away.
Aiden's gonna put his hand up.
Yes, Aiden.
What's attunement?
You know when you look at a really neat piece of gear like your shield, and you're like, I really want to use this, and then you can. That's
Oh,
attunement.
okay. I think my vocabulary's got like twice as big hanging out with you guys. It's crazy.
Well, learning is always good. Well, up to you, Lairdrin. You found it. Or noticed it first.
Yeah,
Found it. Let's go with found it.
I think Lairdrin.
Yeah. I mean, we can always share it, right?
Well, yeah. But the question is, do you want to see what it does, or do you want somebody else to see what it does? Because I don't know what it does. And I'm really curious to see how it goes with anybody.
I'm a big
Eh,
fan of finders keepers.
You told us it reacts differently for each of us, right? So
Yeah.
let's each spend a day with it or so and figure out.
Well, then you first.
Sure.
Now do you spend the extra hour in camp just to science this?
Look, it would be like 4 hours if we each did it.
I mean,
So,
not all
good-
at the same time.
A good opportunity here to briefly discuss rules of attuning to items according to my reading of things. You're all familiar with it taking 1 hour to attune to an item.
Yeah.
Yes, sure.
There is rules is written no such thing as unattuning to an item over the course of an hour. You unattune to an item if you die, if someone else attunes to it, or if you are away from the item for 24 hours. So if the item is 100 feet away from you or more for 24 hours, then you lose that attunement. So for those of you who have 3 items attuned right now, just keep that in mind. That in order to break that attunement, someone else needs to attune to the item. You need to die, which probably isn't a good option.
Probably not.
Or
Or
you leave it behind for
it-
100 feet for 24 hours.
Right, exactly. So
Okay.
that comes up in the context of this item specifically, for that purpose. So
I feel really full, guys.
I mean,
Full
we
of
can
what?
We can roll these. In worst
Full
case,
of all
I don't
these
fucking know.
attunements.
I've got one space of brain room for tuning.
I also have a space,
I also have
and
a space.
one of my spaces is taken up by these boots that are more or less useless.
I hate to break it to you, Jeff. If you still have an empty slot because of Cloak of Billowing.
Oh
you
no,
technically-
that doesn't
okay.
need to be attuned. That doesn't need to be attuned.
Oh, it does?
No,
No,
Why
it
did I
just
think
does.
it did?
he gave that to you too. You have that.
Why did I
Yeah.
think it needed to be attuned?
Because it's technically a magic item.
Okay, cool. Never mind.
The game of billowing also doesn't need attuning, which is the greatest thing about it.
For some reason, I thought it was, but
it
never
would be
mind.
a horrible
My
waste of a
apologies.
slot if it did.
Yeah, my
I
apologies.
just use a spell that I eventually get, maybe next level. No, but yeah.
Thaumaturgy.
Up to you, Lerdran. He found it.
What's up to me?
Deciding if you're gonna do it first.
Yeah, do it first. Finders keepers.
Yeah, sure.
It's not like harmful or anything, right?
We don't know. I didn't get that vibe, at least.
Alrighty. Are you attuning to it later?
Um,
Sort of got. If you say it later, I'm gonna rip it out of your hands.
yeah, I'll attune to it.
Okay.
Is the DM fucking us or not?
All right, we'll find out.
I don't know. It's a magical rock that just got left behind after a lightning strike. I don't know
After
if it's a
telling
good
us we can
omen.
only attune with
I
those
mean-
list of rules.
I don't know. It's probably cursed. That's the only reason why it would come up.
Look, guys, he's the only one who felt calm when the fucking lightning struck that tree. I think it's for him.
Look, I'm not making any statements of claim because I don't have any. Aside from preferring lightning damage, but that's
Look,
not really a
I
claim.
want to try out the magic stone too, but
Let's just all lick the rock. If we all lick the rock at the same time, we'll all have ownership.
everybody lick the rock. All right, 1, 2.
Why are you guys licking the rock?
I'm not
What's wrong
licking the
with you?
rock.
All the times Aiden could have jumped in the bandwagon. It's now he's making sense.
He's become the straight man.
You don't
Right.
even have an attunement slot available.
God, Aiden, you're smart.
Okay, Leodrin. As you sit for an hour to attune to this stone, a sense of awe and wonder comes over you. The rest of you see the bright light gleaming from between Leodrin's hands. And you find that while attuned to this gleaming stone, you always have the Speak with Plants spell prepared. And it does not count against the number of spells you can have prepared. You can cast it without using a spell slot once per long rest.
Neat.
That's it.
That's cool.
It is in your inventory right now.
It's funny because I just changed out Animal Messenger for Speak with Plants.
You can choose your spells again. It's still technically we're at the end of a long rest, so you can prepare spells if you want to. And everybody else, be sure to who can prepare spells.
I can't do that.
Do so.
No.
All right. Well, that's cool still.
Okay.
While Ladrin is doing that, Aiden will summon Steed. Find Steed. He'll summon Pearl, his celestial warhorse.
Jeff will just be chatting to Alani about just general things. Nothing serious, just chatting.
And all of a sudden, you hear a horse whinny.
Oh my god, a fucking horse.
Oh, Pearl's back.
Aiden will take out the swear
Awesome.
cup.
That's right.
Shake it.
Right.
Come on, Alani. It's for his
Looking at Alani.
rehabilitation. It's only a copper.
Fine.
She hears one single copper coin just tossing in there.
I'll stick a copper piece in there.
That's fine. We just need to keep him really far.
I'm not stopping.
That's fine. We're not trying to rehabilitate ourselves. We're just keeping him accountable
Okay.
and making him a copper rich at a time.
Congratulations. You've
With that
earned a
shit-eating
copper.
grin, and he'll toss a copper inside of it.
-1 copper. You better be writing
See,
this
this is
down.
fun.
You better be writing it down. How much copper you have.
It definitely is. I'll even, you know what? I'll even put who contributed.
Fantastic.
I mean, Aiden's not gonna remember, but it'll be there.
Look, also Jeff will ask is that the counter turns off whenever he's spending the night with Alani alone. Because I don't need him waking up in the middle of the night with a fucking jar just jiggling.
Yeah, no, he
I counted
definitely
3.
eavesdrops, you know?
Anyways. Shall we carrying on?
Yes. Let's go.
See if we can make it another day without combat.
I'll try and lead the way today. Can I ride
Forwards
the
and
pony?
onwards.
Can I ride the pony? I want to ride Pearl.
Oh yeah. Do you need
Hell
help
yeah.
getting on?
Sure. I don't know how tall Pearl is. I'm pretty short.
It's a war horse, so it's pretty big.
Okay,
Does
yeah,
the
she's
steed
fucking
Come
short.
with a saddle? Do we
Nope.
know? It
Nope.
doesn't?
It doesn't.
Oh,
You need to
no.
buy
Oh.
barding for it.
God damn. Then yeah, Alani does need help getting up. She cannot get on top of this horse all alone. It's
I'll
a
help her
tall
up.
horse.
She has Pearl has a purple, like a purple blue kind of iridescent mane. It's like raven feathers, pretty much is kind of
Ooh.
the idea.
Beautiful.
All right, lead the way.
Okay, I'm doing it. I'm leading the way. I have to wait for the DM though.
You don't have to wait for shit.
Okay. Which way are you going? This
South.
way? This way?
Let's do this fucking small archipelago.
Yeah, straight into the ocean. You know what? Nah, the south.
Okie dokie.
And you said it was cloudy?
Yes, it is cloudy.
Okay.
Okay, continuing to travel south. The morning passes without much happening. Yeah, you go for a few hours. You begin to hear the cries of an animal screeching as if from a bird, but not normal screeching. That sounds like pained screeching, coming from the ground level up ahead as well. You follow the sound, and then through some brush, you see the largest fucking copperpiece eagle you've ever laid eyes on.
Upper piece just falls from the sky.
I think
Hey.
the DM gets inspiration for that one.
Hey, make a dexterity check. It's this eagle, this giant fucking eagle, is grounded and nearly motionless. The copper falls. You don't pull out the cup in time. The eagle is grounded and nearly motionless, but for some pained attempts to flap its wings. As it lets out a painful screech, it clocks you and locks eyes with each of you, darting back and forth among you as it pulls its head back and freezes. And that's where we'll end tonight.
Can you talk to animals?
That's where we'll end tonight.
Damn it.
I can't answer you.
Just slap that baby with a lay on the hands and call it a day.
Its foot is stuck, you said?
I think it's just hurt,
It's just hurt? Okay.
right?
It's grounded and nearly motionless, but for some pained attempts to flap
Okay.
its wings.
Okay. We'll have to check that next time. I will write that down.
Mm-hmm.
Laerton, note that you have seen a giant eagle.
Does that mean I get to
I mean, depends on what
add
the
that
challenge
eventually?
rating-
Eventually, yeah, it does, because it's anything
Yep.
you've ever seen, ever.
Giant eagle challenge rating.
Won't have it yet. Next level.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's next level, because you don't get flying.
Yeah, I
until-
have no flying.
Look, I'm
Yeah.
just checking for the challenge rating requirements. He can be a giant eagle, just can't fucking fly.
I think it's less than a
Mm-mm.
half. It's 1-2, I think.
Anything that has a fly speed, he can't do yet.
Yeah,
So,
Damn,
I
so
can't. Yeah.
Because I know.
Look, he has 10 feet of walking speed.
doesn't
Woohoo!
matter.
It's fine.
But I do know that Rune can turn into a giant eagle, which means that it's way lower than what he's at right now for
Circle of the Moon is
challenge
a higher
rating.
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Giant eagle is a fucking language? Who the fuck made that?
Tolkien. I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Screeching.
It has to be an inside joke then. No other animal says animal, right?
Some of them do. Some of them do.
I do currently have speak with plants and speak with animals though, so
That's cool.
we'll find out next time.
Yeah.
The bear doesn't say talks bear, which is a missed opportunity.
I think the elk can understand common, just can't speak it.
I think they
Of
all
course,
can.
it's a
Giant
giant
one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a majestic
giant elk.
creature. I regret actually giving that to you because that should have been that totally should have been a check. After I looked up what the giant elk was, I'm like, I don't know if you want to see one of these.
Look, he got a really cool vision of one at some point.
There it
All
is.
right.
Languages, giant elk.
Yeah, it can talk giant elk.
Yep.
Which is not really speaking, more like.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
It's nice that we avoided a number of help us please moments.
We didn't have any combat this session. That's like the first session ever. I don't think we've had combat.
I fucking.
In this campaign,
In
it
this
might
campaign?
be. It might be.
I don't think we've ever gone a session without combat.
Yeah, because the day we got to Pissed, we recently fought like 3 times before making it to town.
Yeah.
Or something
Mhm.
like that. It's fine, it's just we finally got to voice all of our characters' deepest, darkest, please help me moments.
Kind of. Oh boy. How far are we from Phil Bankway House? Philly Bankway House.
I think we're 4 hexagons away without
Yeah,
counting
like-
the one we just traveled. Oh, 3
Mm.
if we count the one we traveled to.
Yeah, where's
It's like
the
3 to 4 more days.
Well, no, we only were able to travel 2 because of the bad weather. So in theory, if we move 2 more, we'll be 1 more day's worth.
Yeah. We took a long time with the Pixies today too.
There's also bad weather. That's
Yeah.
It was bad weather, the main one.
Yeah.
Because in theory, with the Pixies, we would not have spent more than 40, 50 minutes.
Yeah, true.
So yeah, so we just traveled the first square. You moved it already, right? So we have
Yeah.
accurate.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is where we at.
Yeah, it's 3. So we do have. Yeah, so tomorrow, like maybe half day, we can get to Philip Bankway House if nothing slows us down.
Are
Because
we
the square is like there.
walking along a river? The river.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the
Cool.
last thing you said.
Okay. Well, since I'm still carrying this thing, could I have dropped the rock, the lol rock in the river at some point?
Sure.
Cool. I just want to have her toss it.
Illusion.
The fucking cube.
And only because this square is taking 7 different squares. It's more so this hexagon where the White House is.
Oh.
It is like after this one
Okay,
and this one, adjacent to those two.
okay.
Get out of my inventory, cube. Go.
That
water
that
spoosh.
river's downstream, right?
It is flowing south.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes.
Out of
I
the
don't know,
cave.
honey.
What?
Which is interesting because it would mean there's another entryway somewhere underground, right? That's how rivers work.
Well,
Unless
I mean,
there's a spring.
Oh, true.
I mean,
there's multiple.
we
mouths, too.
did in Carston's quarry. We came across the river, guys. There was a river in there.
Okay, well maybe that's where this. Damn.
Damn, we
Could
should have
have,
taken that fucking shitty ass boat.
Well, it's fine.
Imagine that's probably what Epic wanted us to do all along.
Shit, dog.
That was his plan for this.
When
Is,
you
oh,
guys
there's a river.
first got there
boat?
and you were like, let's take the river. I was like, you guys haven't even been in the thing yet. It's like, you're gonna
You gotta leave?
You're gonna be spat out down here. Oh no.
We didn't know.
What have I done? What have I
How
done?
was we? How are we to know?
I just thought it was a cool idea to have a river, a
So it was
silly
like,
river.
hey, shortcut to the boss room.
That's
right?
what I thought it was.
I knew where it was going. I was like, ah, shit. Why
That's
did I
what
do
we're-
this?
Look, it makes sense because they were using the river to haul out the product to then ship
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Like,
it does make sense.
now.
Mhm.
Oh
But
god! You know what
before-
else? He even threw what's her face at us, and since we got the suggestion off, we didn't ever have to run back into the cave or some bullshit.
Yeah, Abigail.
Fuck, you're
Yeah.
To
right.
try to fight him. She just ran off, and we could just go outside the cave. So he gave us 2 opportunities.
I am so excited for her to come back. I really am.
She's taking the river this time.
She knows it's faster.
She hasn't even been inside Carston's quarry. She doesn't know what's in there.
We don't know that.
Oh wait, she has actually. She
She
spawned the
totally
fucking.
has.
She
She
totally
knows
has.
she has.
She spawned the stupid beholder. Oh god.
That's what I'm saying.
She's gonna catch up to us, guys.
Nah. She's the injured giant eagle. It's like, I got you fuckers.
Copper.
Ah, shit. Make another deck save.
Oh God.
Alright, I'm gonna go lay down. Thank
Yeah,
you
Feel
for the game.
better.
Got to take my dog out. So
Yep.
see ya later.
See you guys.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Night.